Much love and many blessings. Moving on to the sign of Libra. Spirit definitely has a lot to share for the Pisces season, and I will say that there is a lot of energy. The message that was conveyed is definitely a message of the heart, definitely a message of the heart chakra, a message of your heart center. So it's very important to bring awareness to that area in yourself, both physical and within your psyche, within your subconscious. There's been a lot of changes taking place with the elements. Once Spirit was asked the question to bring forth the message for this Pisces season, all these cards just jumped out. There was such a huge shift taking place for you. It took a lot for you to get here. Forgiveness, emotional balance, and compassion, all resonating at the heart chakra, all resonating at a space where you had to make sacrifices, where you're looking at where you're at in this present moment with a new lens. You're looking at everything that you've been rewarded. We see the Fool, we see the Nine of Cups, we see the Fool, a major arcana of new beginnings, of representing a new spiritual perspective, a new outlook, coming out into a new consciousness. Nine of Coins representing this work. You feel this weight. This took a long time to get you. And Libra, you're a sign that sits in neutrality. You're the scale, so you sit in neutrality. That's a passive active state. It's arguably both. That's the true neutral. And Libra men operate different from Libra women. Libra men, they tend to maintain balance through a preferred neutrality, where Libra women tend to create alignment by taking action. So the energy exhibits itself differently. But for a lot of you as the Libra collective, especially moving through this Pisces season, bringing you to this current moment, you may be looking at the things that you've asked yourself for, the things that you've been working diligently for, and looking at where you are now, and the moment of your rewards, while you're sitting good, it feels bittersweet. And where is this bittersweet feeling coming from? A lot of this has to do within the sacrifices that you've had to make. All of your beginning passions, you have to think about where you are at this moment and ask yourself if you still feel the same about what it is that you have now. Sacrifice can sometimes take away from the enjoyment or the appreciation of the expectations that you may have. In appreciating the moment, you may feel as if there is a part of yourself that you lost. But there's a big part of us that has to appreciate, that you have to appreciate. You can't fully love yourself. You can't fully forgive yourself for the actions that you've taken, or have real compassion for every aspect of yourself, if you don't also accept the past that brought you to this point, that makes you who you are. So there's truly a balance. There's an acceptance. There's a harmony, a peace that you have to make with yourself in order to heal, in order to grow. And what is the growth really trying to do? Spirit and the divine in this present moment is trying to show you what your rewards are. This is a confirmation. Nine of Coins is earth, and 9 is a number of completion or close to completion. It speaks to energy and strength and an accumulation of wealth. That's why you see the watermelons. This took time to grow, and you had to believe that this was going to happen, and after all the hard work, you get the rewards. But you've been going at your heart's desires for quite some time. This may have even taken a course of years. This may even be something that you've been grinding on since early, late teens, late adolescence, where your passion had to be put on the back burner, or you were just grinding on so many setbacks, that now that you're here, and now that the people that you've had to let go, the perceptions that you've had to let go, the emotions that you've had to let go, the family, the the sacrifices that have been made in the parts of yourself that you've had to negotiate or give up, or feel that you've had to compromise to bring you to this moment, the time between the beginning and the end. Ask yourself, bring awareness to, are you enjoying or appreciating what's available to you in front of you at this present moment? Some of this balance is having you finally speak up for yourself, to care for yourself, or to show enough emotion for yourself to be able to have that, I want to say, enough respect, enough self-respect and compassion to honor yourself. Sometimes you take the road of neutrality when it's beneficial for you to actually speak up, and people may get confused. Ooh. People may get confused as to what your actions are really speaking to. Your Libra, you're ruled by Venus, much like how Taurus is. But in the difference is, as you're an air sign, your aesthetic is for the appreciation. So how things come across. And with you being, I believe, the 7th house, you're dealing with the aspects of not communication, but communication. But we're talking about long-term relationships and connections and what you're getting. So these things that you're establishing are stabilizing to create the connections for long periods of time to come. And there's a part of your psyche that, if it's not being satisfied or the scales aren't balanced, which is why we see emotional balance, that it's like your spirit is going to leap out and demand this justice, or you're going to have to forever hold your peace. And that part is unsettling because you keep wrestling with that part against yourself. You keep wrestling with that aspect of yourself. You have to reconcile the subconscious heart and the conscious mind. Benzai 10, Japanese goddess of beauty and aesthetic. And a lot of things in the Japanese culture focus a lot on aesthetic and beauty and how things flow and the appreciation of the deeper meaning. So showing Benzai 10 and speaking on the divine, this is also about the aesthetic of what's around you. And a lot of times, no matter what beauty we're dealing with, no matter what type of aesthetic or what we define as art and beauty and appreciation, or in this instance, value, anything that requires you to find value or to look deeper, appreciation comes from a space of taking a moment, of taking some type of pause, or at least a slowdown, whether a meditative state or taking a meditative state into your life, which is what ideally outside of Libra we should all be doing, so that we can fully appreciate the moment, this present moment. The present moment, the beauty is in the present moment. All beauty of all kinds is in the present moment. The power is in the present moment. Your power is in the present moment. Your appreciation is in the present moment. Your gratitude is in the present moment. And with Benzai 10, she speaks from spirit with an empowerment message from the divine. You are at your most lovely when you are being yourself. The Japanese goddess of beauty, Benzai 10, reminds you that knowing, accepting, and honoring yourself as a spiritual being is a physical body, and a physical body requires self-care. Confirmation. Now is the time to support yourself by surrounding yourself with beauty and choosing to see its power in every aspect of your life. If you can commit to doing that, you will be amazed at how much more beauty arises to greet you. So this is also speaking to magnetizing the desires of your heart, so within, so without. And the more that you confirm with spirit and your subconscious that this is what you want and desire, acceptance, compassion, then you magnetize more of the same thing to you. More life, more everything. You magnetize more of the same thing to you, and you reaffirm it, and then you draw it to you quicker. It's more like Lakshmi vibes. This is the laws of attraction. This is Oshun energy. This is the love of self and the courage to create and draw more of that to you. This is the appreciation and beauty of yellow. Open your eyes to the wonder everywhere. Even in the most unexpected places, beauty awaits to be discovered. Consider this before you turn away from a person, place, or thing. It's time for you to speak. It's time for you to express yourself. I'm getting choked up And Spirit is a confirmation that your throat chakra wants to release. It's time that you've been sitting on this. It's been a long journey, a long road. So it's time to express yourself and take commandment of what it is that you truly desire. Embrace the blue and let your throat chakra speak. Let yourself be liberated. Loosen your vocal, loosen your throat. It's time for you to speak and see the beauty and express the beauty that you want around you within your personal auric space. What is the manifestation of your heart? What is the representation and what is the mirror of your heart? It's asking you to speak now. The Fool is also a representation of the spiritual renewal. The Fool is not someone who doesn't know, but it is a reset. This is also a spiritual reset or a new awakening or a new coming out of unconsciousness and realizing what it is that you have. 9 of Coins, 9 of Earth. Your ability to see the beauty in the world is dimmed by a momentary lapse in self-worth. The Goddess of Beauty asks you whether you've been set back by a visit of perfectionism or others have withheld their support, causing you to feel small and insignificant. Whatever the circumstances, it appears that you have been hijacked by a sense of lack. Your alignment task is to restore your self-worth and regain your equilibrium by refusing to engage in these mind games designed to dim your light. Now is the time for a positive self-inventory. Take this into account, especially with this Pisces season, because as Pisces flows, it's natural for waters and connections and energy fields to become blended. And with you being the sign of the connections, relationships, and longevity, take account as your waters, the Pisces energy is allowing these boundaries to kind of become muddled or blurred. So you're bringing more, it's time to bring more awareness or to use the benefits. There's even benefits from this as well. The times when you couldn't express your heart, there's more of the opportunity to allow yourself to step more into self. You have a tendency to self-sacrifice or to indulge or to give for others, but martyr yourself. Now with this openness and this Pisces water making the emotional energies more I want to say fluidity, there is more room for healthy emotional balance and expression. So this is an opportunity for your heart chakra to harmonize with your throat chakra and for you to truly enjoy what you have before you and discover what it is that you've actually been rewarded with from your efforts. Embrace the new you, embrace the new self. Enjoy the fruits of this Pisces season and what is blending over from the beginning and the end as it marks the completion of the cycle of your hard work and the sacrifices that you've experienced. You've grown and you've evolved. It's time for you to take account of that and enjoy and celebrate what's before you. As you take your divine breath, resonate with the words of appreciation and self-worth and how that can enhance you into your true acceptance, your true authenticity. What is the mirror of your heart projected out into the world around you? What is truly bringing you happiness and compassion and beauty? Much love. An extra special blessing to my Libras and their Libra placements. Much love, many blessings, and Ashe.